wanted to share a quick thought, really quick, an idea which I was actually talking to my kids about this morning when we were learning about the Seder plate. And I think that it's so relevant right now, and it's so meaningful for everything that we're all going through right now in different ways. We were talking about the Seder plate, and I was telling them what each thing on the Seder plate represents. Then we got to charoset. And I was telling them that the charoset represented the bricks, the mortar that was used for bricks in Egypt. Now, I was thinking, as the Jews were leaving Egypt, can you imagine if someone said, hey, you know what I brought with me? A brick. Because I just love these things. That would never happen. They probably said, if I ever see a brick again in my life, it'll be the last thing, and I'll never want to see a brick again. Bricks were probably something which brought back such horrible memories. And yet, I was telling them what charoset is, and it's sweet, and people enjoy it, and it has fruit and wine or grape juice. And people were saying, I was talking to my kids about it, it was like, why did that thing that represented bricks, which the people probably did not enjoy, why does it have to taste good? And I was thinking like this. When we have a hard time and we look back at it, there's two things that we can think about. One, we can think about that was really painful, that was really difficult. There were people who I knew who were suffering, and there was a lot of challenge. And we have maror. We actually have maror twice on the Seder plate. But when it comes to the bricks were building. Brick is something which we use to build. And you know what? Even though there was a lot of sadness and there was a lot of challenge, there was also a lot of building. The Jews that came out of Mitzrayim were so strong, and not just physically. Their ability to become Avdei Hashem was so strong that they became the Dor HaMidbar that learned for 40 years straight and lived in Kedusha with Moshe Rabbeinu. This was the generation that would eventually go in and the youth would conquer Eretz Yisrael with Yehoshua. This was a very strong, holy nation. And those were bricks that they built in Egypt, their Mitzrayim, their Avdus, built stronger, more resilient, more faithful Jews. These are difficult, difficult times. And I hope we can look back at them and say that when it was tough, I kept learning, I kept growing, I kept davening. And the tough times, those were also bricks that built me into a better Jew, person, father, brother, son, sister, daughter. I think you get it. So listen, keep smiling, keep being positive, keep learning, keep doing mitzvos, keep doing good things. And I hope that we can all look back together and say, these were challenging times, but they were meaningful, special times.